SEGA Saturn SHIRO.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the SHIRO Show.
What's up?
I am your host, Patrick, and as always, my host next to me, Dave. Or
and we
Mr.
got snow.
Dave. And we got
it looks like
snow.
feathers. it's very big snow.
Big snow. I mean, it's up to it's the camera. It's the
Pat's
perspective.
got golf balls in Arizona. Golf ball hail.
Yeah, they already put holes in my car, so I'll have to get that all sorted out later. But we're being very festive on the SHIRO Show today. Got our little hats. Dave's got his hat. I have my hat. We're very festive, getting ready for the holidays.
You got the beard.
Spirit.
You growing out the beard.
Oh really? I usually grow out the beard, don't I?
Yeah, but I mean, you got the Santa beard.
Oh right.
Like,
yeah, okay. Yeah. There we go.
It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot more full than it was at PRGE.
It's cold as hell. That's why.
Yeah.
I might shave it. I don't know. I might.
I like it. I like it.
I've been trimming it up and trying to not get it all messy. So I've been trying to keep it neat.
It looks neat. It looks neat.
I want to be neat, and I don't want to be like the neck beard dude that's like on Reddit with like the hair that's like all over the place, and it's like Reddit.
No. Yeah, no, that's not a neck beard. If anything, my lack of shaving is more like a neck beard.
I like the vibe. You need to grow out a bit, or not. I kind of like whatever you want to do.
It doesn't grow up here though. So I don't do the beard because it doesn't really grow up here. It only grows like down here. So I usually just go with stubble, or I get lazy and I don't shave for a little bit. But
that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I kind of let my hair grow out a little bit on top because it gets really fuzzy. So I have to when I put it back on, it gets a little bit not good. Future is cloudy.
Slowcoin says, "Thank God it's SHIRO."
Yep.
I'm glad that people are that excited.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm glad people. Actually, I think the kindest thing I've ever seen is on a Bob video about the magazine you guys did.
Yeah.
And somebody posted like, "Oh man, just remember, folks, Game Freak started out as a magazine as well, and look where that led them."
Right. Yeah.
So I thought that was probably the biggest honor anyone could do is compare SHIRO to Game Freak. The developers of the biggest game of all time, and that's pretty sweet. And funny enough, it's something that we've looked into in the past. Something I think we'd like to do, right, Dave? Not trying to put you on the spot here.
I absolutely. I mean, if there was just enough time to do everything, right? I always think to myself like, oh God, it'd be great to do this. It'd be great to do that. Like if I had just another one of me and I could just clone myself, then I would assign him to some kind of game translation and just have him do like, SSG is doing, was working on that translation, right? But like he didn't have a lot else going on aside from just working his ass off, his day job.
We got Malenko doing the SEGA Saturn, Saturn Bomberman fight translation. So I guess we got.
See, that's the wonderful thing. The folks in our community are very prolific. So I don't necessarily have to. But part of me wants to. Like, part of me wishes I could just, sink a bunch of hours of my time into translating a game or learning coding and stuff like that. I mean, learning like Saturn coding with like Joe Engine and stuff. But it's like I either am doing this or I'm doing that. But I can't do both. And the family and everything.
Oh,
but there was a game that came out for like in the early 2000s called Emo Game. Do you recall that at all?
No.
It was the creators of like it was a collaboration between several of like the, I don't want to call them like screamo or like those kind of bands. It was like Hot Water Music, and there was like Cursive, and there were like the guys from a bunch of other bands that people probably don't listen to anymore. But there was this game called Emo Game, and you could play it in a internet browser, but it was essentially like really simple graphics, and it was like all these characters from these different bands. And I had this idea it would be really cool to do a Saturn a game that was like based on the members of SHIRO and our community. So like you'd have Night of Dragon in there, and just have really, really simple character sprites and have them I don't know, running around fighting about like have it be about real life, like have it be about like making a translation patch or something like that and having to get it out by Christmas or something like that, and not meeting the deadline or something like that.
They kind of a cool fan game.
Yeah, it would be fun. It would be fun to just have it be like about some mundane shit that's like Saturn related or something like that. I think that would be fun. But again, that's a whole rabbit hole that I'd have to fall down to kind of learn that stuff.
I think that fall into, right?
Yeah. Like I think I could. I just don't think I could do the magazine and the SHIRO stuff, and yeah, I don't think I could do both at the same time.
Honestly, we could probably delegate that out and figure something. Honestly,
Like
I think
somebody
people
make this game.
Yeah,
It's gotta have, yeah. But I mean,
magazine...
2D. I think as a Saturn game, so okay, like the Uncle from Another World, right? It's got that intro with both 2D and 3D graphics. Mm-hmm. Imagine how cool it would be though if it was a game that had like started out with like 2D sprites and then they warped through like a little I don't know, like a little door and became like 3D sprites. I mean that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, Capture Sega said a translation for 6-Man Scramble will be cool. So I got some good news for you that exists. And the man in the chat that did it is right below you that texted it.
Absolutely. In fact, he did two different Fire Pro games, both translated. Yep.
He did Blazing Dragon.
Like Christmas came early.
Is it No, not Blazing Dragon. That's another game. Blazing Tornado, and then
Blazing Tornado was the one that he did. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I got mixed up for that Eric Idle game. That's really bad.
Oh yeah, it is in the sizzle reel. Yeah. It's in the sizzle reel right behind us.
Yeah, it's somewhere in there.
Wait,
this direction.
That direction.
That direction. I'm gonna take one of the TVs home. I need one for my Smash night. But yeah, no. Actually, speaking of the magazines, do we have more up? I saw it take off the site. Actually, it's probably more.
I shipped out. Yeah. So, what is it? They're shipping out the 15th.
Gotcha.
That's the most recent email that I got is they're shipping out the 15th. They've had a bunch of delays because of the holidays. So
there. All right. So we're probably not gonna have magazines for Christmas, sadly.
You don't think so? They'll get to us pretty quick. We'll have some. I think we will. I think we might.
Okay, yeah. We'll make
Christmas or New Year's. We'll have them up as soon as I get them, and I'll pack them up real quick, and I'll put them up on the site for folks to buy. I don't need to put pressure
on you though. If you don't have them.
No, it's fine. I've been waiting patiently, but yeah, I'm excited to get them back up, and I think we'll have some. B stock, so like the ones that I have that are perfect, that are literally like flawless and cosmetically beautiful, but they have some page numbering errors. They just have like a couple of different like page numbers in the wrong place. The pages are in the right place, but the numbering somehow is wrong.
Weird.
Right. I don't know. They told me it was a printer error. It was like the printer got the PDF file and just screwed it up. But everything else about the magazine is perfect. And it's just like a couple pages will say like 2930 and then 2930 again, right?
Yeah.
Even though the content on the page is just fine, So we'll put those up as B stock or I don't know, as bloopers and just charge people next to nothing plus shipping, to ship it. And if they're interested in getting that, that's fine.
That works. I'm excited.
I just don't want to keep them here in my garage, and it's a shame to have to just trash them, when everything else about them is perfect. So
yeah, no, that works. Definitely good to get for the holidays. Honestly, I'd probably, I was gonna say just put it up now and just get people if they want the B stock for holiday stuff. But like I said, I don't know if I feel good if I got that for Christmas. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's conflict. We can talk about that later. We'll talk about it off air.
I'm sorry. I'm reading the comments real quick. Make sure I didn't miss anything.
Oh, good.
So yeah, I mean, what's new with you? We don't have a lot of news this week to talk about, so I mean, I guess we can just kind of talk about whatever.
Jedimass said he'll buy one of your old vinyl records from your garage that you have.
Oh, yeah, I got those too.
Honestly, that'd be kind of funny. You
put
should
that up on the website.
Honestly, you should do that and see if if SHIRO fans would just buy that. Be like, hey, you want to hear some music from Dave and you like vinyl? Check it out. Shiro vinyl, and of course,
it's hard. I mean, to be fair, it's hardly music for me. I didn't really write the music. My friend Adam, mostly composed most of the music. I helped write the drum tracks and stuff like that. But I mean, for the most part, it's really his music. It's just me drumming. But
still, if you wanna hear some
I would
fat
have to
Dave
figure
tracks.
out. I'd have to figure out how to like safely ship vinyl. I'd
Yeah,
be
you'd
kinda
have to get
nervous
inbound
about that.
mailers, and it would be another whole process. So.
Oh yeah, because
Probably
right
not.
now, I don't know. I wouldn't want to do it wrong and then have it arrive all messed up. So
Yeah, maybe next year. Maybe next
I
Christmas.
I kind of proxied one of those House of the Dead vinyls for Roberto in Portugal, and it came in like a fortress of a packet. Like it came in like this way over engineered package just for this House of the Dead vinyl. So I was like, okay, that's gonna be expensive.
Yeah, that reminds me. I need to get something for you for Christmas. I kind of want to do something, because like what I do with my friends, I like finding weird, obscure Japanese stuff on websites and sending it to them, like Yahoo Auctions Japan. I got my roommate like these figures from the anime Gintama. Like there's a set of them. They're like 25 or 30 like figurines for like $30, and I'm like, hell
Right.
yeah! So I bought it, and throughout the rest of the year, I'm just hiding figurines on his desk just to
Oh my
screw with
God.
him, and then I'll give him the rest towards the end. But it's like the little things. It's pretty funny. I think it's funny, at least.
Yeah.
So I'll have to find something. You said, actually, I remember you said you need a twin stick still, right?
Remarkably, I don't have one yet, and I haven't gotten one yet.
Oh, well, I mean, I got a good Christmas.
Did you
idea.
get one of these from Nick?
Yeah,
Did you
it's
get one
on
of
my
these
it's on my desk.
little-
I put it on my desk in the office. So I don't.
That's cute.
Yeah, it's on my desk. It's in the trifecta. It has the Sagata one on the top, and then the other two, the Pandemonium.
We ought to do stickers. I mean, you could technically buy stickers through Threadless, but we ought to do I ought to do like a run of these, and then put them up on the website for like, folks to order like a pack of them or something like that. I don't know.
Kind of cool. Get like
I mean,
maybe like a-
so that's another thing too. Is like I kind of want to get off Threadless. I want to do what is it? The Teespring? Is that the one that integrates into YouTube? I think.
I think so. I don't know if we have
Last
enough
time I
things to do
checked
that.
on it, and it was a while ago. It was like we weren't at a level. We weren't at a level where we could do that yet. Maybe it was depending on our subscribers or our views or something like that. But I think we're at a level where we might be able to do that, which would be rad.
Yeah, Shadow Mask said Secret Santa would throw a random Santa game in the mail for somebody. Shadow Mask, if it were me and you got me, you would just get hentai games. I'm sorry. Like I know that's a running joke with me, but I'd probably legit just find all the red labels and just send them like a package of them to somebody, just as a joke, because it's funny. 'Cause, I mean, what is Christmas if not comedy?
Nick says, "Long live Death Crimson," in this little message.
I
Long
like
live
it.
Death Crimson.
Yeah.
The music for that game is amazing. Even though it's one of those games that people like ironically like because it's so bad it's good. But the music is like legitimately good. The guy, was it Watanabe? The
Wasabi
guy who composed.
sauce.
So anyway, he's like, you can tell he's really into progressive rock because all of his stuff is like. He listened
to a lot of he listened to a lot of King Crimson doing that. If you know what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Can't spell Christmas without hentai. I think actually, can you? Is hentai in Christmas? Let me see. I need to see a so.
You can't smell. You can't spell Christmas.
In Christmas, damn it. No. Oh, now you can if you Cheerismus. There we go.
Malenko, just tell, and Shadow too. Just tell him you want a panda sticker. I'm sure he'd be cool sending you guys one. I mean, your contributions.
Yeah, originally I was gonna give them
payment
away
enough.
at PRGE, but for obvious reasons he couldn't do that.
Yeah, that's right. He had a bunch made for PRGE. Yeah,
it's big sad, but we'll figure it out. We're gonna do something again. Maybe we'll try a East Coast one this next time. I know that. Retro RGB or Bob was saying that he'd like to have us out. So I'll talk about that. We'll see. I definitely would love to do an East Coast one and maybe switch it
Yeah.
up, and then we'll do an
That would be
overseas
rad.
one eventually, and
Mhm.
we'll take over like or something.
I'm down.
Kind of weird, but yeah, we'll figure that out and get that all sorted out for you folks. I think you'd really enjoy it though. But yeah, I guess updates from me though. I've been painting dollies.
I saw that. You've been gluing them and painting them, right?
I'm gonna start painting them. So
Is this your infamous Warhammer friend that you
this is
talk about every once in a while?
the one with his dollies. Yes.
Like whenever we talk about Space Hulk or something, like, you always mention that you have a friend who's super into Warhammer, right?
Yeah, that's the same person.
This is the guy. This is
actually
the guy. Okay.
these are actually his technically. This is his Sentinel he wanted the chainsaw plasma gun combination on it and the rocket shooter thing.
Yeah,
I put that together
rad.
a couple nights ago, and then I made that's my Insta. And last night I made these models, the was it the Cadian shock troops, which they don't have any shocking weapons. They're just called shock troops. But I guess before anyone says Cadia stands, long live Cadia. I guess for no one that knows you not in the know, in the lore, they're from a planet that got crashed into by the big bad of the Warhammer universe and blew up. And it's funny because like there's a saying, it's like Cadia fell before the guard did, which is sort of saying that the guard pretty much there's a thing where it's like in space when the planet was cracking too, the enemy saw like their little guns go off while the planet was cracking in two. So it's kind of funny. It's a whole thing in the new edition where the big bad blew up a whole entire planet with the Imperial Guard on it. Their name their actual name is called Astra Militarum, but everyone just calls it Imperial Guard. They all have like because I guess in the universe they all speak a Latin-based language. So like Space Marines are was it Adeptus Astartes, the Custodes or Adeptus Custodes. And etc. You know, Sisters of Battle or Adeptus Sororitas and stuff like that. And it's really interesting. And he actually took me to play the game last weekend, and it was a ton of fun. I really enjoyed it, and I was thinking of getting into Necrons, which is another big bad of the Warhammer universe. Well, I guess it's debatably bad the way they are, but yeah.
You know what I saw
What?
that was kind of cool? Kind of in the same vein of like model kits that you can glue together, like that, and then paint is Metal Slug.
Oh yeah, they have a lot of cool ones. I know my friend got a Metal Slug tank and put that and painted that together.
Oh my god, that looks so cool.
Yeah, I'll definitely send him a couple of those. But it's a ton of fun. I really enjoyed putting it together, and I was surprised how fun that would be putting them together. I thought it'd be a hard thing and I would screw up the entire thing, but really I only messed up in a couple places on here. You could probably and the same thing with the IG units, the Cadian shock troops. So but yeah, it's a ton of fun. Where's the figurines from the Space Hulk that gets ripped apart by one of the enemies?
The Gene Stealers.
Yeah, the Gene Stealers is the enemy that tears it apart, and the enemy that gets teared apart is either, I can't remember if it's a Space Marine or a Terminator.
It is a Space Marine.
Okay, so it wasn't just a Terminator, like, because yeah, the Terminators are like a specialty.
I thought it was a Space Marine.
It could have been a Space Marine. It's one of the two, but yeah, Gene Stealers is the big bad in that one, which are part of the Tyranid army, which you can actually play in Warhammer 40k. My friend runs Tyranids, and he runs a few Gene Stealers as well. But yeah, yeah.
Oh no, I didn't mean to talk over you.
Oh, no, that's all right.
I lost my thought anyway.
I'm just talking about the Gene Stealers.
Yeah, before that, I was gonna say something else, but I forgot. I was gonna ask you, in the same vein of model kits and stuff, have you put together one of those little SEGA Saturns yet?
I did not actually. This is actually the first model I've ever glued and put together. The Sentinel from Imperial Guard.
Nice.
So there's my first foray in it. I didn't think I'd do a bad job. There's a little bit of glue on the base of it. I used a little bit extra to keep it stuck on the base, but you know, we all make mistakes. My friend's like a master of it. You can't find a piece of glue anywhere in any of his figurines. You probably see like there's like stuff that's like it's all like dripping off of it. It looks like some nasty non-mentionables on the unit. So but yeah, it's a lot. There was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed doing it, and I really want to do it again fairly soon. and I think my friend's talking about getting me some Necrons for Christmas, so I will do that. And unfortunately, my friend did not let me paint these because he wants to do it himself, or he doesn't trust me or whatever. So I'm getting a painting kit as well after Christmas and starting to paint them. And I'll probably post them on Instagram and I'll bring them on the show.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Captain Chow Sega was saying, I think I said that right. Captain Chow Sega says Space Hulk is an underrated game, fun if you're patient. And I would agree, but last time I played it, I kind of like forgot. I think I was streaming it. Emerald, I was streaming Robotica, and we loaded up. We loaded up Space Hulk to kind of compare it because it is kind of another one of those first-person, I don't want to call it dungeon crawler, but like map crawling games where you're like firing at things, and it's randomly generated. Like the maps are randomly generated or procedurally. I don't know how they're generated, but it always changes, similar to Robotica, which is also kind of randomly generated, and I completely forgot how to play it, and I was just getting slaughtered. The left and right, like slaughtered by the Gene Stealers. Could not figure out how to play it. So it's one where I need to spend more time with it. Like I need to go back and just start over, learn how to play that game, because it is a fun game, but it's incredibly punishing. Like Robotic is a lot easier.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of I don't know if you ever played the original Rainbow Six. It kind of reminds me of that, except in like really narrow corridors.
Narrow corridors. It's really frantic. You can get stuck by your own guys, like in those narrow corridors, and then you get torn apart because you can't get out of where you're stuck. It's funny, and then they're just coming at you from all. That's one of the things you can see on the map on kind of like the Alien. Alien 2 style radar, and you could see them coming towards you down the corridors. You could see them like turn around and go down a different corridor. I gotta say, that's probably very derivative of Alien 2. They probably took a page out of that book, but it does work because it creates this sense of tension where you're just like, oh shit, and then you're dead.
Yeah, because Space Hulk actually was based off of the board game Space Hulk. It's a similar sort of thing.
Which came out when?
I think it was in the 80s or something.
Yeah, if it was after okay, so Alien 2 came out in what, 89?
I would surprise. It might have been the 90s because I think 40K came out in 89 or something. So I think it came out like almost 89 or 88. It was like in the 80s. And then there's a board game that came out probably mid 90s, and that's probably based off of that. And
okay, so Aliens, the second film came out in 86. So and I think so many things took. So many games and other movies took inspiration from that. Like Enemy Zero takes inspiration from, they had in Aliens, they had the radar or whatever, the sonar or radar, little CRT, they like move it around and they'd be like, oh, they're coming at us. They're coming for us. Then you'd hear everybody getting ripped apart over the radio or whatever. But yeah, like they totally did that with what's it called? I mean, Enemy Zero with the audio thing instead of it being visual, instead it's audio. But like Hideo Kojima and is pretty much unapologetically said, he's like inspired by movies. That's like, a lot of his games are derivative, but it's a good thing. Like I love the fact that Snatcher channels like the Blade Runner vibes.
Kind of ironic because that's what we're going to be playing after the show. Well, let's see how far we can get.
You're gonna play some Snatcher? Oh, that's awesome! Yeah,
well, we'll see
great
how far
Christmas
we can get.
game.
It's a Saturn
Christmas
version,
game.
so
you're gonna play the Saturn version?
We'll see how far we can get. Honestly, I just realized that we might be stuck on when you have to enter the information about the character.
Mm-hmm.
We might get stuck on that. Like, oh, how old am I, or what? Like, we might get stuck on that. So I'm not sure if I'll have to look up a guide on that.
Yeah, Captain Chow says never got to finish Enemy Zero. Honestly, I think Young Money Swede just recently picked up a copy of Enemy Zero and ended up passing it on. Like he said, it was not for him. And I don't know if it's like the nostalgia that I have for it that keeps me coming back to that game, because I know that it is kind of punishing and it can be slow in certain parts, and then also like getting the hang of like charging your gun, constantly and having to like backtrack, that can be a pain. That can be a real pain. But I don't know. I have a lot of good got a lot of good memories of that game. But it's not for everybody, and he's not the only one either, because I know quite a few people that are not into Enemy Zero. But
for Enemy 1.
Pat gets stuck at Junker HQ.
Well,
D is a better game. Yeah, D is probably a better game. D's more self-contained. I don't know. It's just more. It's a shorter game, but it's just a much clearer vision, that he had, I think.
I feel you. But yeah, that pretty much is my update. What about you, Dave? What have you been up to?
Let's see here. Well, I bought I bought several cases of the Amazon replacement cases, Saturn replacement cases. After writing that detailed article, right? About the AliExpress cases, and the Amazon cases, and I feel a little silly because I unboxed them and I'm like, oh no, the quality has dropped. It's not as bad as the AliExpress ones, but it's not as good as the comparison that I made with AliExpress versus Amazon. So the Amazon cases that I bought literally a year ago are better than the ones that I just got. The ones that I just got have they have a cheaper wrapper on them that you can't reuse. It's like once you peel it, it like tears, and it's like the crinkly, really noisy, crackly paper, crackly plastic, cellophane. So it's not like I can reuse them as slip covers for shipping them to protect the plastic, The cases themselves, the inserts are about the same. They have the same, like the disc sticks on just fine, but the cases themselves have less. They're a little rougher around the edges. Like the finishing is not as good, And I got those to ship out some games, some reproductions, So, but I was a little disappointed to find out that they've dropped the quality. So I'm probably going to have to do an update to that article and just warn people,
That makes sense. That's a bit of a bummer, really. So really, the only if you want near perfect, you'd have to get something like the LRG ones, right?
Right, which seem to be. I mean, they're selling those on Amazon now, and I've not actually tried those ones yet. So I should probably do that. They're about $5 or $6 more for the same 10 cases, and we'll see. Like actually, last I checked, they bumped the price up again though, so maybe they were just briefly on sale. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to check. But anyway, yeah, that was kind of a bummer to find that. What else has gone on? Oh, Meg was my wife went on a trip to New Orleans, and I had the kids for an entire weekend, and Jesse had his tournament finals, so that was fun.
Nice.
Got to watch him play a lot of soccer over the course of 2 days. And
a ton.
They had an undefeated regular season, right? So this was like the same day that the US lost their game. Jesse was going up against much better teams than they had faced all season. And it was crazy because I don't know if folks are interested in sports, but who cares? They're just going to have to listen to this. So essentially the games that they had played all season were pretty straightforward. It was mostly just playing with a lot of hustle, putting a lot of energy into it, just doing their best. And they came out with an undefeated regular season, but then they go up against some of these other teams in the tournaments, and they're playing really, really strategic soccer where they'll put their Pele or their Messi, they'll put their star player out to score a couple of points and just get up ahead, and then they put him in as the goalie and just have him defend that short lead, and then have all of the other players burn the clock as much as they can by faking injuries and pretending to throw the ball and then changing their mind and be oh, I'm gonna throw it over here, and they were literally faking confusion and injuries as much as they could to try to burn out as much of the clock as they could so that we couldn't score. And I was just like, oh my God, these, like, my kids' team is not used to this kind of like ruthless cutthroat.
To be fair though,
play.
there's probably like the sports parents are like screaming at their kid to play, and they're just teaching, and trying to like.
Well, and they didn't. So we have a dude on our team, Cash, who's actually he's quite a striker. Like, he's really good, and they didn't count on that. So he was able to bring us back to a tie. And so what do? They bring their dude out. They bring their star player out of the goalie box, and then put him back in as to get like 1 or 2 more points, so then they can defend their lead again. You know, so it's like, I was watching their coach, and I was like, oh my God, this guy is like playing really heady. I was like, maybe I need to put my kid in that league. I don't know.
You don't want to get screamed. You don't want to have your kid getting screamed at by a coach all day, or the parents and stuff.
Yeah, no, but he seemed like they didn't. The kids seemed happy. Their coach didn't seem. It's just they were playing a different game, is what it is. They were playing very, very strategic soccer. They were not playing like, our kids just weren't used to that at all. With our kids, it was just like, go out there and give it, 110%. Don't leave it all on the field, kind of thing, and they always did, but they're not even thinking about that kind of stuff. Like, it wouldn't occur to them to fake an injury to burn out the clock. Anyway.
Well, at least as long as he had fun.
Oh yeah, he had fun, and they ended up winning their final game as a shutout. So I think they ended up in 3rd place. So,
hey,
but
you know what? Third's pretty
fun.
good in the whole league. That's pretty good.
Yeah. The two teams that were second and first and second were actually both North Park. It was North Park and North Park wild card. Wow. So I was like, oh my God, this North Park.
North Park.
I know, right? But it's kind of a iffy area, actually. I wouldn't really want to be spending every week, sitting there for an hour or two in that neighborhood with my kid practicing soccer. It's not nearly as nice. Anyway, I'm looking up the LRG cases but yeah, that's it for me, honestly, for this week. I don't really have any like game
any
updates.
All right. Well, we could probably hop into the articles, and if that's the case, we got a lot of good articles, a lot of good stuff, a lot of articles that might have nudity in it, so fair warning. You might see a nip slip on the show, so fair warning in case kids are in the room, just send them out.
But, wow, breaking news. Limited Run is price matching the Amazon cases.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, save 25%, $59.99, and arrives before Christmas on Amazon, like right now.
Is this right here, the $59.99?
There it is, right there. Yeah. So they're price matching. I wish I had bought those.
Hey, I bet you dimes the donuts that this was taken on an iPhone. This photo.
Yeah.
Because you can see the blurriness on there. That's like an iPhone thing that they do.
How's that?
I know, because my phone does it all the time. So it definitely was taken on an iPhone.
Well, either way, it's
I know I just
like definitely, if folks are thinking about getting one or the other, get the limited run ones now while you can, because the Amazon ones, I forget what the company is called, but the ones below that, those ones right there, second run, they've gone down in quality, unfortunately. I have to be honest with you, it's not the same.
Really, can we not escape that Bill Clinton joke? Literally, that's all I've been hearing this all week. I thought I was gonna go on SHIRO show and not hear it, but I hear them talking about the dumb Bill. So I just use I like how it still uses your repro, by the way.
Isn't that funny? And that's an old one too. Look at the top corner.
Yeah, SHIRO Customs.
SEGA Saturn SHIRO Customs.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess for the Bill Clinton thing, some kid hopped on stage at the Game Awards at the end and said something about Bill Clinton being his rabbi or something, and he got arrested. So I guess that was a thing that happened. So yeah, that's the joke. It's pretty dumb. But anyways, yeah, if you want a limited run case, $60 on Amazon. Pretty good quality. 10
free
cases.
shipping. Free shipping. $6 a case.
Pretty decent.
That's cheaper than buying Madden 97 or whatever, and you don't have to cannibalize another sports game. Because I was just talking to Mel about that. Sega Lord X was saying, like, I can't stand it when people cannibalize other Saturn games, you know. I don't even care if it's a sports game. Like, I just think that that's ridiculous. And then you have like a stray sports game and manual that, I don't know, maybe they find a home or they just get trashed or something like that, you know.
Right in the garbage.
One man's trash is another man's treasure. Let me just say that, like, there are a lot of people out there that actually enjoy sports games, you know, and you have to consider the fact that there's people who worked hard to make them too, you know. So
a lot of stuff.
Paul is like, who cares, man? Anyway.
Yeah, Paul is not amused by our antics. But anyways, yeah, if you want Saturn cases, go buy them here at $60 and get 10 of them, and I probably should get some. Might have to do a SHIRO expense account.
I can't. The ones that we got from AliExpress, I can't even use them. The disc will not actually stick onto the spindle. It just, you put it on there and it just falls right off.
Good thing we only got 2 of them, right?
I got 4.
Oh yeah, that's
You got me 4 of them.
Oh yeah, I got 4 as well.
I don't even know what to do with them, honestly. Like,
maybe we should just give them away.
I don't even know if I could give them away because I'll be giving them to somebody else, and then it's somebody else's problem.
Why don't we just smash them on stream?
Yeah, maybe I should do that.
Break them on stream, or like or save it for like a test, like breaking it, or like if you want to do a skit.
Yeah,
like fake glass something.
Right.
Like break it with a hammer.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe I have a broken case somewhere that I can transfer the other insert in. I don't know, but they're such cheap. Even the clear plastic is so cheap. I don't know.
Dave just has very high standards.
I'll think about it.
We'll figure it out. But I guess back to the
news.
The grinder. Send one to WADA.
Send it to WADA.
What a deal they get.
What a deal.
Anyways, so the first article, Yeast is now playable in English from beginning to end, thanks to the fan efforts of one man, Mirzik. So we actually covered and played this on stream before, the Yeast 1 fan translation, the machine language one.
Mm-hmm.
And basically began work on the Yeast translation back in January using the machine translation until Crod Kinney agreed to translate on the project. And throughout all the patching, it got released a couple weeks ago, fixed a few bugs. And the only thing that's left is Yeast books and the inventory screen, and the in-game story tiles are left in Japanese, but should be fully playable for the most part. Cool. Second half of the game's text also lacks some formatting, but you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's really cool to see this translated, and it's using the you can download it in the PPF format. So, and it must be played a copy of Falcom Classics. I know this was really confusing, so it needs to be the game Falcom Classics. I think it's 1. I think there's 2 of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the first one that has Yeast on it. Danthrax wrote this article up. Were you able to test any of that stuff out, Danthrax?
Yeah, those couple screenshots you have up there, I took myself, actually. So yeah, I patched it myself. Patcher is pretty easy to use. That PPF patcher. So those screenshots are just from like the first minute of the game. I didn't spend a ton of time going through it. I was trying to get the story out there, but yeah, I mean it's easy to patch it, so that's nice.
And it's a lot of fun. I really honestly like the Yeast games, and well, I definitely think there's probably better and more accessible ways to play it. I do think it's cool that we have the option to play it on the Saturn now, which is cool to me at least. You know? Yeah, and because they added a bunch of fixes to it, like they enhanced the music, enhanced the graphics, and added a dash button. So that's kind of cool. I don't think they even had that in the PSP version of it, or maybe they did, and I just haven't played it. One of the two. I'm gonna say no until somebody proves me otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, it seems kind of like a remake of all those games, you know, and it's not just, you know, here's 3 old ROMs we put onto a Saturn disc and put out there. It seems like they really put a lot of effort into them back in the day. So
yeah, no, for sure.
anytime we can bring the English speaking library a little closer to the Japanese one is good, right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
agreed. Yeah, I mean, especially like if some of these projects are pretty straightforward, and somebody's willing to do it, I think that it's great. Like Snatcher, for example, would be wonderful at some point. It's not like you could still play it on the Sega CD, and that's the version I probably would recommend to anybody. But it'd be nice if it ever happens, one more way you can play it,
Exactly. There's never bad ways to play games unless it's not
Right.
playing them at all. I guess
Yeah.
if that's fair. But yeah, definitely, because there's a lot of options to play Snatcher too. You have the Sega CD, MSX2, and of course the MSX2 version of ST Snatcher.
PC 98, PC 88.
They're not in English.
No, well, no. Okay, not in English. Yeah. Okay.
Shadow Matt said I need help with audio on Snatcher, or it ain't happening. Sadly.
Right.
Out of my skill set, because he has looked into it. I know that we've talked about it before.
Malenko gave $5. Blue Moon 95 is my favorite beta tester. Thank you again, Malenko. Much love. Thank you for the $5.
Thanks, Malenko.
Well, but yeah, I definitely would wonder what he means by audio. Is he?
I'm trying to think what. I don't want to say the wrong thing. I don't have it off the top of my head, but
we just have chat.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll say it in chat, but it's something like the audio files are kind of in a strange format or something.
We should offer a bounty. SHIRO should offer like a bounty for somebody to
$100 bounty.
There it is. The audio seems to be interlaced on a Mode 2 disc. So I guess he's not trying to replace that with like Sega CD English audio or something.
I mean, that'd be kind of fun. We should we should start doing that, like a translation bounty, like $100 or $200. But like if you get this down, you could if you get this down, you get the bounty of $200 to help Shadow Mask or just do it yourself. One of the two.
Right.
So yeah, we'll figure something out. That'd be kind of fun. I imagine
we could do it on. We could put it on the Twitter and just say, hey, we're offering like $150 or something like that to a sound. Somebody who has experience in audio and programming who can figure this out. It might not work, but I mean, it might generate some interest. Somebody might be like, oh yeah, sure, I'll take a stab at it.
Maybe,
I don't know.
Maybe once Derek's done with Nakaruru, he could hit up Shadow Mask and they could get something going. I know he's a big he's a big Snatcher fan as well, but I always found it weird personally that both Snatchers stuck in Japanese on the Saturn and on the PC engine. I mean, I know it's better on the Sega CD, but I mean, fans, if you could play it on the system, why not?
And again, the games that are playable somewhere in English, there's always less of a reason, I guess, to do it, because there's not as much motivation. It really just comes down to like you needed like a Saturn Uber fan who's like, I gotta do this, and so that the Saturn has it, in English. Because other than that, it's like, what's the point?
Exactly.
But
I think it'd be fun to, honestly, it'd be cool if they didn't change the audio but they added subtitles to it. Maybe that might be a better solution, because like we'd be able to play like a Japanese sub of it, which I think would be a lot of fun. Because like I mean, no offense, I love the English cast and stuff, but I think it would be cool to actually have like subtitled version of it or something.
Oh yeah, I mean, I could see that. I could see that being possibly better, Yeah.
So I wonder if that might be an option instead of doing the audio. But I know it's definitely an option, but I know a lot of people like the original audio, so it'd be cool if they can swap the audio out for the original like soundtrack and use that instead. But I know it's a lot more easier said than done, especially with the way that the sounds generated on the Saturn versus the Genesis.
Right.
So it's a lot of engineering that has to be done. So it's going to be at the end of the day if it's worth it or not, which probably not. Going to be honest, probably not. But either way, end of the day, we always have the Sega CD version and the MSX version. If you really want to play it, even though the MSX version is literally only half the game.
Yeah.
Only caveat.
Like here's a wild one. I hope at some point somebody tries to translate Zork, the Saturn version of Zork, because believe it or not, Zork 1 and 2, I think both 1 and 2 are available on Saturn, and it's probably not it probably isn't the best way. Well, it's definitely not the best way to play Zork, but it's interesting and it exists.
It's a way.
You know, so yeah, Return to Zork. Okay. It's Return to Zork that's
Isn't
available
that that UK thing where it's like he's starting a different game or something? Or am I misspoken on that?
I don't know. I
What was I
don't think
thinking
so.
of?
I think it's just Return to Zork, and it has some like visual elements to it or something like that, but it's still like text heavy. So, and that's the thing is I don't know if anyone's looked at it or if it's a straightforward translation. Like where you could just rip the text from the PC version and do it, or if it's like one of those character set things where it would be a big pain in the butt. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Peter says Zork.
Zorkies. But I do agree that once you have Snatcher on there, it'd be cool that you have a whole place to play like all the Kojima games that aren't Metal Gear.
Mm.
I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah,
I think so.
Either that or we all just have to learn Japanese.
Probably be easier if we just do that.
Hey, you definitely have a good life skill.
It wouldn't go to waste in case something happens, but
right.
But yeah, no. I guess off that tangent, thank you again to Muzak and
Murzak, right?
Murzak, and who's the other person? Crod Kenny for translating that for us, and
right.
We can now fully play Ys in English on the Saturn. So
exciting.
Both peace and love, Ringo Starr.
And thank you, Dan Thrax, for writing it up.
Yes, and thank you, Dan Thrax. Much love, much appreciation. Merry Christmas.
Happy Hanukkah.
And happy Hanukkah, yeah. Suchi Pie.
Alrighty.
Saturn tribute.
So yeah, this one was interesting. That's the Idol. Was it Idol? Oh, is that what it's called? Idol Janshi?
Yeah, Idol Janshi Suchi Pie.
It's an interesting title. So this was an interesting title. This was a adult game on the Saturn, and for some reason, City Connection wanted it to be translated in English.
What? No, it's not translated in English at all.
Sorry, not translating. I meant published on this. Sorry, this is not. I meant published on the Switch for some reason.
Yep. Only on the Switch. Unlike some of the other City Connection Saturn tribute games, it's not on Steam or PlayStation or Xbox. I'm guessing probably, even though they censored the naked boobies that were in some of these games.
Oh,
in the original...
censored? Oh, man.
Yeah, and I do have a screenshot of that a little bit lower in the article where they just have they hacked like a white bar that kind of like moves around on the screen in front of the boobies to censor them. I'm guessing that's probably something that's part of the emulator, the Unity wrapper or something. I can't imagine they actually hacked all of that into the original games. That seems like it's kind of beyond their capabilities. But anyway, yeah, they did censor it, but it's probably still a little too much for Sony because they're very stringent, and Nintendo is not quite as stringent. And I don't know why they didn't put it on Steam. Maybe they thought Valve would have a problem with how young the characters look, because Valve does not like anime characters in sexy situations. And this game is only published for a Japanese audience, and no one in Japan owns an Xbox. That's probably why it's not there.
Yeah, I mean,
anyway,
who owns an Xbox anyways to begin with?
I have an Xbox. There are plenty of Xbox players outside of Japan.
Oh, sorry, all two of you. My bad.
Okay.
All two. I'm sorry.
So anyway,
there. I'm sorry.
Some of these are Mahjong games. One of them, I think, The Throbbing Nightmare, is more of like a top-down adventure game.
Oh boy, Throbbing Nightmare! What a great name for a title of this caliber.
Yeah, well, it's like a translation of it's like Doki Doki in the original Japanese, which is just their sound effect for beating heart. So I think it's that kind of a throbbing. It's
Yeah,
not,
no, there's yeah, my mind goes to a different place when I think throbbing and
yeah.
censored boobies.
But yeah, this game does. These games have a variety of ladies that you can play mahjong against, and I believe if you beat them in the first couple of games, they disrobe more and more. And the third game, like I said, is more of an adventure game. That one did not actually have full nudity, and you were like kind of running around like a top-down type of a thing with pixel art graphics, and you'd play mini games and stuff. I don't know if there's mahjong in there. Probably, I would guess one of the mini games is still mahjong. And you just scroll past what the Switch cartridge looks like. They have all of the games in this collection on the Switch cartridge. Plus, there's like a bonus download code for another Saturn game, which was like a fan disc with music and interviews and artwork and stuff. It wasn't really a game, but they're not offering that separately. You have to buy the physical cartridge to get access to that.
You can even get the super special secret edition. That's probably, I think it was like $300 with like cards, CDs, posters,
all kinds of merchandise,
all kind of cute things that you can hang on your wall or hide in the box, and then once your mom has left for the day, you can go out and pull it out and enjoy the sights that behold on all of the cool little knickknacks inside of the collection that is pretty, naked.
I don't think it's totally naked. I mean, okay, so you
mostly naked.
There, the screenshot where and there's a little video that Japanese person posted on Twitter, kind of showing the animation of it.
Wow.
Yeah. No, I mean, the original game, I imagine, was fully nude. I couldn't actually like find examples of it, and I certainly was not going to play through the game on an emulator to figure it out. But yeah, as you see,
thank God
like
there's censors. We're probably gonna get taken off of YouTube for that. But yeah, there's nudity. That's a weird frame to stop on.
It's blocked out nudity a little bit. I don't think it's too bad.
So what you're saying is that it's probably a bad idea to stream this today, then?
It probably should not stream the whole thing. But yeah, it's they cleaned it up a little bit.
Yeah,
cleaned it up. Cleaned
modern
up the
sensibility, I guess.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I think having underage girls on the Switch naked probably is not a good look for that company.
Maybe. I don't know how old the characters are. They might all be 18, Patrick. We don't know. We don't have access to the manual. But if you get any of the games, they do come with the digital manual, so then you can maybe find out. Who knows?
Part of me kind of doesn't want to find out.
Retro, and no one has scanned the manuals in, so who knows?
Alrighty, well, I guess I'm definitely probably not going to take the L on that, and buy all the Switch
You've
versions.
Changed Nintendo.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to buy all the Saturn versions of it.
But you said you were going to give the away for Secret Santa, and these are definitely
there you go
games on the Saturn.
Time to scan the manuals.
Yeah, I guess I guess Merry Christmas, Dave. Hopefully your wife doesn't find them. No, I'm not.
Nice.
Yeah, no, that's not happening. But I guess it's cool. I guess it's cool that I appreciate them putting this out and preserving them. I kind of wish they were translated, not because I want to play them, of course, but just because it'd be cool to have more Saturn games that are translated on it. But just is what it is, I guess. And yeah, if you want to play Japanese hentai games that are mahjong games and maybe an adventure game, and you want to not understand anything that's going on, maybe pick it up and play it. Yeah,
it's only on the Japanese eShop, or from Japanese retailers for the physical one.
Oh, they didn't even put it on the US one?
They did not put it on the US one. I checked as late as about 4 or 5 hours ago. It's not up. So even though, I mean, it's not in Japanese, or I mean, it is in Japanese, it's not translated to English. And I mean, they put Cleopatra's Fortune up untranslated. last week, but I guess some of it is in English, and it's a puzzle game, so you can just get by and still enjoy it. And I guess, you'll just have to take the L on the story mode.
Honestly, it probably doesn't have that great of a story to begin with.
Yeah, well, I mean, with all these Tsuchibai games, it's probably not a lick of English aside from press start button or something on the title screen, and it would be very hard to get anything out of it without knowing Japanese. So yeah, they didn't even try to put it on the English eShop. I did think there was a chance because it seemed like they were just putting up all of them on Western shops, but nope, not this one. So Martin Evans asked, is it 4 games in the pack? Yeah, if you get the physical edition, it comes with all 4 games on the cart and a download code to get the fan disc, which was a separate release on the Saturn originally. And they're not putting that up online in any other way. You have to buy the physical cartridge to get that.
Yeah, it's kind of like the disc from Twinkle Star Sprites, that bonus disc. It's kind of like that.
Yeah, or probably kind of like Grandia's Digital Museum. Sort of fan disc. I got you. Soccer Wars fan discs. So yeah, all with their own input delay. Blue Moon said, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know how much your input delay is really going to bother you when you're just playing Mahjong, but sure, it's probably there.
He's not wrong.
To be fair, though, ironically enough, for the people that want to play this that don't speak Japanese, I think honestly the appeal is kind of lost because it's censored for one, and the input delay, and it's on a emulated thing. So,
but if you have an ODE, and
yeah, you could play as many Tsuchibai games as you like. Uncensored, but yeah, I guess
we're here to report the news, and this is news. So there you go.
So
it exists.
I'm just giving you an opinion piece that if I were you, I probably wouldn't buy this one from City Connection. I'd probably buy all of them besides this one if I were you, because I really enjoyed Cotton even with and I know Danthrax enjoyed it as well, right?
Yep, sure did.
So even with that, it's still pretty fun game to play. Cleopatra is fun. Elevator Actions Return pretty fun. So. Yeah, if you guys I think I'd probably skip on this one in the column or the opinion piece of this. It's my opinion. I mean, what are your thoughts on it, Dan Drax?
I mean, everybody to each their own, I guess. But it would make sense to skip on it because it's all in Japanese. What are you going to do? Maybe you're a huge fan of Mahjong and you don't care about understanding what's going on. And you just want to play Mahjong with, cute anime girls. Then sure. They're like $15 off of the Japanese eShop. So that's really not bad. I think the one that's technically got 2 games in a compilation is $20. So in a way, when you buy the cartridge, you get 5 games actually, because that one Saturn game was a compilation of 2 of them. But yeah,
that's kind of weird to think about. It's a compilation of a compilation.
Yes, it is. It's a compilation of compilations.
We're getting really meta on this one.
Yeah, I probably am not going to get them, but that's just me.
Yeah, but I also
play Mahjong, so that doesn't help. I've played so many Yakuza games on PS3, PS4, and I still have not let any of them teach me how to play Mahjong, even though they have very nice tutorials. I'm just like, I don't care.
I feel the same way about the Sakura's the Sakura Wars. Was it the card game you play inside of those ones? I'm like, I'm good, fam. I don't need to play that.
Oh, Koi Koi? No,
Koi,
I kind of Koi Koi. I mean, it kind of plays it for you too, because it'll tell you what the matches are. It's essentially like Go Fish. That's not a hard game. Mahjong is a little different, a little harder to wrap my brain around anyway.
Yeah. Just go to the karaoke bar. It'll be good. All you need. But anyways,
so he and his wife like playing Mahjong in Yakuza. I know people have learned how to play Mahjong just from playing those Yakuza games because they do a good job of teaching you.
Yeah, Gwent's also pretty fun.
Is that like bedroom Mahjong? Is that censored? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh no, Dave disconnected, guys. Weird. Oh, he crashed. Oh, wait, that's my camera.
He crashed.
Oh no, he crashed again, guys. My bad.
Shaking my head again. All right.
But yeah. So if you guys want to play this, go buy it. And if you want to buy the $300 collector's edition, I think you probably shouldn't. But you know, I mean, it's your money. I buy way dumber. So enjoy. Alrighty. So second last article is Dragon Ball Z: The Legend, the Legend on Saturn. So it's like so, and this is a French title. Dragon Ball Z: La Grande Legenda des Bolis de Cristal, which means the legend of the Dragon Balls Bolis de Cristal. Is it Spanish or French?
Like French.
Oh, yeah. So that's what it says in that language.
Looks like it was also released in Spain and Portugal, though. So it's probably versions in a few different languages.
Yeah.
Wait, is this the one? Is this the one that pretty much sold the Saturn in Japan? Because there were a couple of Dragon Ball games, right?
Yeah, I think it was. I think I remember that. Wasn't it pretty hot in Portugal from I think Nuno and
yeah, and Roberto and
what's his name?
Even Stika was saying that this was like
$5. It's enough to get Pat to play a Mahjong game on Steam on stream. Oh, a Mahjong game on stream. I can play it, but I don't know how to play Mahjong. So if I did play it, I'd have to study the rules of Mahjong. Unless somebody wants to teach me as I play. So that's up to you. You guys willing to teach me how to play Mahjong while I stream? If that is, I will probably do that. But anyways, yeah, this is so before the Budokai games, this alongside a really obscure arcade game about Dragon Ball Z, which actually is pretty fire. I don't know if you guys ever played that one, but this is sort of one of the first console ports of console like Dragon Ball Z games that's a fighting game in quotations. Like that fighting game. It's basically you fight in a 3D world essentially. You pick your 3 fighters and you hit a bunch of buttons and you fight. So it's this kind of like weird fighting mechanic. I actually don't really like it that much. Maybe I don't know. Maybe you liked it a lot, Dave. I got the concept down, but it kind of was more of a strategy game almost.
Yeah, honestly, like I've tried it a few times, and I was just like not really into it. But I think that and it was just basically like the game design and the controls and everything like that were a little iffy. I think that it's one of those things where they just were so incredibly into the anime and stuff in Portugal that that this game just took off and like sold. And I believe that's what I've heard is that the first game, I'm not sure if that's this one. The first game that came out, the first Dragon Ball game that came out on the Saturn, was not that great. Even Stika was like, it's not that great of a game. Roberto was the same. It's like,
I think this is the game they're talking about.
Yeah, they're like, it's actually kind of pretty bad, but nonetheless, it's like every kid had it in Portugal, just because of that cultural phenomenon, I guess. And then there was another game, a follow-up that was actually kind of a better game. But yeah.
This game is not that great.
It's the other way around. The Ultimate Battle 22 is the one that they don't like.
Oh, this one's
right?
Like. Oh wow. If Ultimate Battle 22 is the bad one and this is the good one, I even want to play Ultimate Battle 22 in that case. Imagine how much bad that must be compared. But yeah,
I knew that one of them they were okay with and the other one was terrible. But yeah, I've tried this one and it just wasn't very good.
Yeah,
no offense.
I mean, maybe we're just garbage at the game, but like I just didn't enjoy it. And I guess with so many other better Dragon Ball Z fighting games like Dragon Ball Fighters or the Budokai Tenkaichi games, like why would you want to play this one?
Well, it's kind of like Yu Yu Hakusho on the 3DO. Like it exists, and so like I want to try it out. I want to play, but it's not that good.
No,
you end up actually playing it.
Honestly, a lot of the Yu Yu Hakusho fighting games are actually pretty good games. They're pretty decent.
Right.
Okay, maybe not all of them, but some of them are really good and have really beautiful art to it. I did a whole thing on that.
Well, yeah, that's the draw is the art.
Yeah, we did a whole. I'll plug. I'll plug the our stream we did on that. I have to find it. I did for Spirit Hunters. We actually did a whole stream.
Did you play the 3DO one?
No, we didn't. We only played. We're only able to play the ones that I had for the Mister at the time. So if it was on the Mister at the time, I was able to play it. So this is the stream I did for the Yu-Hawk Show games. We played a bunch of them. They were kind of garbage. Not sure. I mean, they weren't garbage. They're pretty decent. Like, this Game Boy one actually is pretty addicting, and you had stuff like on the Genesis and stuff. They were pretty fun. We played basically the Game Boy, the Game Boy, the Genesis, and the Super Nintendo fighting games were at the time. Oh, and the 2 advanced games, because the Advanced Core came out at that time in 2020. We played some of those, and the Tactics game actually was pretty fun. This one sucked. The Spirit Detective one, that one's absolute garbage. But the Tactics one actually was pretty fun. Like, I honestly would play that more than the other one. So definitely recommend that. But sorry about that tangent. I just thought I'd talk about anime games that were decent.
No, that's cool.
So yeah, let's see. I said, play the video where you speak the truth about Full Alchemist Brotherhood. Oh yeah, the one where I say Full Alchemist Brotherhood is the absolute is complete garbage. Yeah, that video exists. I guess these that don't know and don't follow Spirit Hunters, I hate Full Alchemist Brotherhood because it's overrated. I mean, I don't hate it, but I just think it's probably the most overrated anime, and everyone has it in their top 5. And I just don't think it's that good. Like, I'm sorry, but like the original is better, but I wouldn't even put that in my top 5.
So it's kind of like you saying Metroid Prime is complete garbage.
No, that's the truth. That's a factual unobjective statement or objective statement.
Your grandmother says you look cute, that we look cute.
Thank you, Grandma. I'm glad you're here for me to talk bad about Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood and what was the other thing? Metroid Prime being complete garbage. So yeah, if you have good taste, don't play Metroid Prime 1 through 3. If you have better taste, don't watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Trigun is the best. Watch Trigun if you have good taste. Don't know about the Stampede remake. I would say yes though, because I'm biased. But anyways, if I'm done getting the anime fans angry in the chat, is there anything you want to say about the game before we move on to our last article?
I don't know. Folks should try it out and decide for themselves. Like, it could totally be for you. Again, there are so many insanely great fighting games, especially 2D ones on the Saturn, that it's kind of hard. Maybe it's a case of like judging it compared to so many other things. It could be that my opinion is clouded by that, because like if you play it back to back with like Street Fighter Alpha 2 or something, it's just not even close. I would even say that floaty games like Astra Superstars or Elan Dori are better like in the air floaty fighters than this, but I don't know, folks might disagree with me, especially if they have nostalgia for this game. So if you haven't tried it, give it a shot, because like there's an entire country that bought a Saturn because of this game, so it's definitely a worthy footnote in game history.
Yeah, I'll give it this. I would play it just so you can see how crappy it is, or how janky the mechanic is.
Yes, janky.
And judge for yourself.
Is fine. It's just you guys.
It's just
right.
us.
It is right. It's just us.
So
yeah.
Are you registering your approval, Anthony?
Oh,
you like the
I
game?
love this game. Yeah.
You love this game. Well, then tell us about it. What are your memories of this game?
Yeah. Why is this game good?
Like, have you only tried it recently, or did you play it back in the day?
I've owned this since like the late 90s.
Late. Okay, you imported it.
Yeah, I imported the Japanese version.
Okay, and you used to play it with your friends, or like no?
I don't have friends that want to play Saturn. They want to play PlayStation.
Okay, so
you should have made them play the other bad
single player campaign.
Yeah, you should have them play the other bad Dragon Ball GT game on the PlayStation.
Okay, that was a mess. But this game, it plays like you're playing the anime, and you have to realize you're playing a strategy game. You're not playing a fighting game. If you can get through that, the game is actually fun.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
Maybe I'm just approaching it wrong. Because again, I admit I haven't spent a lot of time with it. The times that I've booted it up have been brief, and I've been like, oh, okay, this is
I should say it's briefs. Get it? Briefs.
Yeah, so maybe if it ever gets translated into English, I'll have more of a reason to play the story mode and kind of give it more of a shot. Because I'll admit, like, I wasn't super into the Dragon Ball animes back in the day, for whatever
That's
reason.
fair. We all can have good taste like I do, so I'm just joking.
Okay.
Honestly,
although I love the theme song.
Which one? The Japanese one or the English one?
Japanese one.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you meant the Rock the Dragon Ball.
No. I'm talking about like the original OG Dragon Ball.
Oh, the Head Shala
theme
one.
Song. Yeah, Head Shala. Yeah,
that one's really
especially the one that that Lucky Star does, like karaoke.
That actually is pretty fun. I actually never took you for a Lucky Star fan.
Why not?
I don't know. It didn't seem like your forte.
You underestimate me, Pat.
I do. I
all
sorry.
the time.
I mean, I did.
All right, so Knight is trolling. No, Knight is not trolling. His voice is sincere.
He isn't sincere that he likes it, but I mean that's what's good about SHIRO.
Game.
Is it better than Shining Force 3?
No.
Okay.
Why would he say that?
Just because he loves Shining Force 3. I'm just trolling him.
The last time I checked, he didn't make a translation of Dragon Ball Z Legend of the Dragon Balls.
Right.
Why isn't this game?
You guys are incorrect because I did help with the Portuguese version.
Oh,
that's Portuguese though.
Wait, is that? I thought that was Spanish.
No, they translated it into Portuguese, right? Like,
I thought it was Spanish.
Yeah, for the contest last year.
For the contest, yeah.
I thought that was Spanish.
Now all you have to do is translate it into English, and then we'll be interested.
I have the tools set, but
I'm sure you do. Yeah, that's the thing.
To be fair, you don't really need to. It's all in Japanese mostly, anyways. And the menus
you can't do everything. You got to pick and choose. What do you throw yourself at? And I'd rather you be working on the Netlink tunnel and the OS and stuff like that than this.
Yeah,
if I'm being honest.
And I mean, to be honest, the translation isn't really much of a translate. Well, the translation, the official one, the Portuguese one is awesome, but the official translation, really, all it is the menus are translated in controls. And like, if you took Spanish in high school, like you know how to get through the menus. Like, I mean, if you look at this menu, you don't know what each of these are, then you really need to like Google some education.
Honestly, though, I mean, Knight telling me that it's good is enough for me to second guess myself and try it again. And that's happened a lot of times. Like Peter, there have been several games where Peter's like, "No, Dave, you're wrong. This such and such game is actually really good. You just need to give it a second look." And I have standard corrected on a couple of accounts. So maybe I'm wrong about this game. Maybe I need to give it another shot. So.
I guess, but it could also be like Mr. Bones where everyone hypes it up and then it's an absolute trash game.
See, Mr. Bones is not a trash game. It's just a mixed bag is what it is.
Trash can. Yeah.
It's
I'll tell you what kind of mixed bag it is.
It's like Birdie Bot's every flavor beans. You might get a strawberry one, or you might get one that tastes like farts.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Well, to be honest, I think I got the one where it's like all farts, toe jam.
Pat gets the earwax and the.
Literally, that's all that's in there. That's it.
No, that's too bad.
Mr. Bones.
That's too bad. But you can't deny that it's like a relic of its time. And it's got like character to it. And that Pat, unfortunately, will probably be buried with a copy of Mr. Bones.
I swear to God, I'm gonna haunt somebody. I'm gonna haunt you if you put that in my casket.
You'll become the new Mr. Bones. That's what.
I'll come back and I will jam that directly down your throat as Mr. Bones, and then I'll throw myself off a bridge because I am living as Mr. Bones.
Oh my God.
I might get
What's
some bone.
Next? Don't we have something else on the?
It's Mr. Bones.
You're not invited to my funeral.
Is it really? That's why.
Oh my God! What the?
It.
No, sorry. All right, that's it for the SHIRO show. Thank you to our subscribers.
Mr. Bones is supported by the Mister. Now look at you, Pat. You can put it on your Mister and play it as much as you want.
Somebody, I know he did this as a cruel joke. You did this as a cruel joke, Dan Thrack.
Very intentionally used Mr. Bones as the banner of this article.
What the heck?
That's awesome.
Just that you'd have to stream it, Pat.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
You have to.
Wow. Wow.
That's
I can't
great.
believe.
So
You should have photoshopped the Santa hat on Mr. Bones.
Did you ever get?
No.
Did you ever get as far as the part where you have to play guitar?
I did. It was absolute garbage.
That part's really hard.
Apparently you have to like do some weird thing with it. Like you have to like do some weird combination and you beat it, and it's really crappy because they don't tell you what to do. Apparently it's like some weird thing. Malenko helped me out with that, and that's as far as I gotten so far. And I would rather stab myself in the eye with a water bottle than play that ever again. But I know you guys are gonna make me play it again, so. I mean, why do I keep saying that? You guys are going to torture me and make me play that game all the time. Honestly,
it's a bizarre thing to stab yourself in the eye with. Water
well,
bottle.
I mean, it's a bizarre thing for people to keep making me play this dumb game.
Well, you know, at least you hydrate yourself at the same time.
Yeah, I hydrate my eye socket.
Hydrate your eye socket. I don't know, Pat. You did it to yourself, honestly. I have to tell you, you could have played it down. You could have instead you had to make such a big deal about Mr. Bones all the time. So now that's your punishment.
Literally the only thing that's not garbage about it is the music and the voice acting. The rest of it is absolute trash. Absolute garbage. I hate it so much.
Yeah.
I'd rather
stab myself with a
long lost
Saturn kiosk.
Yeah, apparently there's a Saturn kiosk at SEGA HQ, and I'm not saying that might be mine, but I did send mine to somebody in California, and SEGA HQ actually got one, but it looks like it has nothing of mine on it, and I can't, and like this, even the sign's missing, so I can't even tell if it's like a thing or not. Like it's definitely not mine, probably. The other guy probably has it in his thing, but
I don't know.
I actually don't know what happened to it. I probably should message the guy that gave it to me and see what goes on. Yeah, don't send me a kiosk, please. I don't have room. My Vimani anime waifu game is taking up most of the slots in my house. Please don't. And I'm pretty sure my SO, if I move in with them,
anyway, the news is
appreciate that.
yet another Mr. update. So great, lots of he's just rocking and rolling on that thing.
Yeah, no,
I guess that's
version 6 RAM. A few games worked for the first time, including Virtua Fighter Remix, Pandemonium, Contra, and Shiro favorite Mr. Bones. Yeah, Shiro favorite.
Hey,
yeah, you're funny.
Pandemonium.
You're funny. You are so funny. You are hilarious. Hilarious. Why is there ads in this video? I don't want ads. All right, let's skip to Mr. Bones to see the treachery. Oh, do they have Mr. Bones in this video?
Yeah.
Mech Warrior 2 is pretty sweet. I like that one.
It's kind of in the middle.
Okay, there we go. Oh, oops, did not want to get that big of a screen. My bad.
He did check NBA Jam. I guess it works well.
Oh boy, Mr. Bones, look at it run. Oh, look at that. Nice. Does that have music?
You have 3D polygonal skeletons running around.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it has sound.
Oh, well,
Ground and fork.
he's just talking in the background, but yeah. Wow. Amazing. I'm so happy that they got Mr. Bones running on the Mr. Core for it.
It's a well-known Saturn exclusive, so we should all rejoice that this game is now working on the Mr. FPGA.
Yeah.
Significant. So as you saw up above, SRG made a whole bunch of fixes with a lot of the different circuitry, emulating a lot of the different circuitry in the Saturn. And it looked like he was trying to tackle specific problems in a variety of specific games, but tackling all those little problems has a knock-on effect of fixing things in other games. You know, it's pointing to evidence that there is something about the code that needs to be fixed or tweaked, and then once he does that, it improves the emulation across the board. So
right. Also, this is probably the most in-depth. This is probably the most in-depth core I've ever seen for the Mister. Like all the other cores, like It's like, oh, it's good. It's pretty much working 99% now. But this one needs a lot of work. Like this one is a huge focus compared to like the other cores, though.
Well, I mean, you know, look at the chipset. Look at how many. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, there is quite a bit.
So the update was actually, it came out like 5 days after my last article on the SHIRO website about the Mister, and I've committed to only putting up one article every month about the Mister so that I'm not just overloading the website with Mister news, because I mean there was a while there where he was updating like every week, and that would have been a little much for most people. So yeah, this news is sort of old because he did this update back on November 16th, and he hasn't really done an update since. There was a small update done on November 30th by a couple of people who are not SRG, who I guess seem to have kind of a focus on controller code with different Mister cores.
Yeah,
and they kind of got some compatibility going for the Saturn's analog controllers. So the mission stick, the racing wheel, and the actual 3D multiplayer controller itself. The analog itself is not working yet. I hope they're working on it, or they're planning on working on it. But like the Mister will recognize those controllers, and I think it'll use their digital inputs to some extent. They mostly were doing that just to kind of get their feet wet with Saturn, take some baby steps. So hopefully they'll get the analog working eventually. But SRG did take their little update, and the very next day on December 1st, merge it into the main Saturn core. So he was still active as of about 9 days ago, but he hasn't had an actual update himself since November 16th. It's been almost a month. So it may be because Ukraine's power grid has been bombed into submission here over the last month by Russia. It's
right.
Bit understandable. Our hearts are with everybody in Ukraine.
Yeah, so it might be a little hard for him to work on the core right now. And who knows? Maybe it'll surprise us, and 5 days from now he'll put another update up. Who knows? Hopefully.
I mean, what he's got so far has been great. I like to say though, Blue Moon said Mr. Bones as in Mr. Core Bones, and yeah, that's a band.
It is now the Mr. Bones core.
No, we're not calling it that. That is not the name. Stop that. None of that. But yeah,
sorry,
we're saying, Dave?
No, we could just say every week we can just have a disclaimer on the show that says, and the Mr. Core is being updated. The little elves are busy
putting that core together for me so I can play some Saturn. SHIRO.
Yeah, they got the latest core is available on their Discord server, which I do have a link to in this article if you want to check out the website. It's in their Unstable channel. They've kind of reorganized their server a little bit. It's a little weird at the moment, so they no longer have it pinned to a Saturn channel. Now the Saturn discussion is in like a thread under the Mr. Core channel, and you have to get the builds from the Unstable Nightly's channel. A little weird, but I'm sure people will figure it out. I mean, it's also, I'm sure you can download the code and compile it yourself off of SRG's GitHub, which I also link in the article.
Fair enough.
But I do make a note there that it seems like the compatibility for the games is kind of dependent on how new your RAM is in your Mister. I guess there are different versions of the RAM. I'm not entirely familiar with how all that works. I don't have a Mister myself. I do the best I can reporting on it despite not having a Mister. But yeah, I guess there's like a 2.9 version 2.9 RAM in which the newest version of the core has sound, music and sound effects for Panzer Dragoon 2. But earlier versions of the RAM, I think, are causing it not to have sound in that game and probably causing problems in other games. So I guess people who keep their Misters as updated as possible are going to get the best experience out of their Saturn core.
Sounds good. Yeah, that reminds me, I really need to get another RAM stick for mine. I've
Yeah,
been running
I mean
one
there
for a
are
while.
single and dual stick versions. I guess there are too many uses for dual RAM sticks with the Mister. It's just an unfinished Jaguar core and getting a little better sound accuracy with the PS1 core.
Did they say anything
and
for
then
the Saturn?
Yeah, the Saturn can use 2 sticks of RAM, but it also does work with 1. I think it does work better with 2, but SRG is trying to make it work as good as possible with 1 RAM chip.
Jeff, I have to take the L and do 2. I'll just do it. I just never knew if it's like. I guess I'll just get a second one.
Yeah, I guess the trade-off is that if you get a second RAM stick for your Mister, that you cannot do analog output. They each use the same spot on the Mister. I'm not entirely.
I thought you could put it on top of it.
I don't know, but people were talking. I was reading about it. People were talking in the Discord server about how they would rather just stick with 1 RAM stick so that they can output to a CRT.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we'll definitely.
Which on that note, I guess the guys who actually, now that I thought of this, the guys who put did the little controller update with the analog controllers, they said that they're going to be working on stunner compatibility next for the Mister Core. So yeah, I guess people who do have that analog out on their Misters are going to hopefully be able to play some Virtual Cop soon. That'd be
nice.
Cool.
Play some actual cop on the Virtual Cop. We
got to wrap up. At least for me, I got to bounce.
Sounds good. We're about done anyways.
Pat, you're sticking around doing a stream?
I am. I'll try to do Snatcher, and if not, I will find an alternative to play, because I do not. I have a feeling I'm gonna get lost in one specific section. So either people are gonna have to be patient and let me look up what the answer is on a walkthrough, or not. Stick around.
Real quick, I wanted to make a note that tomorrow is the 1-year anniversary of the bulk / English patch coming out.
Oh wow!
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's been 1 year of
right before Christmas
to everyone. Yeah, so thanks to everybody who has downloaded it and played it and enjoyed it, and loves bulk / now, just like all of us on the team have.
Yeah, no, for
nice.
sure.
English bulk /
Yeah, for sure, and we still love it a lot. And that stream is still up on the that stream is still up on YouTube if you guys want to watch the release party of it. I thought it was a lot of fun, and all the videos of the stuff as well, of us playing it week by week, the layout polls, like all the discussion. It's a lot of fun. I think there was a lot of good discussion on it. Yeah, yeah. Yep. I think it was. I believe we just titled it Kina when we showed off Kina. Yeah, it was just the Kina Diabisi one.
Yeah, it broke the site. I remember that.
Yeah, because I remember we did the whole release party, so I'll pin that on there. You can watch that. I think it's not the release party. It just is it? No, it's just us playing it after the release party. That's right. I don't think we put that in that, because the place is just bulk / so let me.
Yeah. Happy bulky birth /
Yeah, happy bulky bulk //. And we have a video that we covered of it as well, which I think was a lot of fun. So yeah, there's a lot of ways to watch that. Go watch that video. And yeah, it's a lot of fun, and really appreciate you allowing us to show that and break the site with the patch. So appreciate that again, Deathrex.
Yeah,
fun times.
Maybe we can break the site again with Stellar Assault.
Yeah, we're hoping to get something playable for the SHIRO show before Christmas. Might not happen, but we're hoping soon here in the next couple weeks.
We'll have to find a way to hype it up, because I don't know whether to do a surprise thing where it's for the fans that stick through, or a whole, hey, we're premiering this. So honestly, I kind of like the hyping it up and getting people hyped for it. Just my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't want to.
Shadowmass says we'll definitely have something by Christmas. He's gonna be the expert, because he's the one who's in charge of the sound, getting the sound put together. So I know we were talking about it. We weren't quite sure if we were gonna get it done, but Shadowmask is confident, so that's good. So yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get that on the SHIRO show, and yeah, we'll definitely hype it up a little bit online. Let people know. Yeah,
no, for sure, we'll definitely do that, and we'll do a whole thing. I I'm not sure if I might just get my business casual shirt on and wear that. I don't know if I'm doing the full suit again. I have to get that dry clean, but I don't know.
No, it's not that big of a premiere.
We'll figure it out.
Not the whole patch.
Yeah, the whole patch will the whole patch is definitely the suits coming out, but like for maybe the premiere of showing it off and just demoing it, we'll probably do I'll do the business casual shirt. I think that's a good medium, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Business casual works.
Then we'll whip out the big guns.
You gonna wear your airline clothes?
Yeah, my airline clothes. Yeah, the one that I lost the one that I left my badge in Portland for.
Oh man, I'm
I need to
sorry
get
about that. Wasn't Ben able to forward it to you?
He did not yet.
Oh, okay.
I
got my water bottle and my mouse from him.
I have yet got mine.
Oh, okay.
I've been trying to message
well,
him.
let's read the Patreon supporters and
we have that story. He's a really busy dude, so he probably, But anyways, before we go, we went to like our Patreon supporters. We got Murder Crows, Blue Moon 95, Emil Nova, Johannes Fetz, Cerillion, Derek aka A-Team, Jim Clasher Rank, Justin, Momphis, Nutrageous, Robert Ramsey, Rowan Dished, Shadow Mask, Steven Johnson, Stoneman, Tanuki Trev, and Young May Sawi. If you'd like to be shouted out on the show, you could back us at the $10 and up level. You get shouted out on the show. If you want to, if you'd like to support us with a one-time, or if you don't want to keep support, if you want, sorry, I'm broken today. If you want to support us financially but don't want to do it on a regular basis, you can go to our Threadless store and pick up our awesome shirts, our awesome merch. We have some cool shirt designs. You also
get patch updates for Bomberman Fight, Malenko says, if
you're
a patron.
Yeah, there's a lot. Like you get the Bomberman Fight updates, early SHIRO videos. You get
early Editor's Corner casts,
Editor's Corners casts, early podcasts, early videos. You get a lot of early everything. Like you're the insider. You're inside the show.
Oh, and you get in the insider chat, exactly.
And the insider chat as well. And you can literally give us feedback and we'll respond to it and say all the cool things. So then, like I said, get these cool shirts, got cool designs here. You can also, once the magazine's up, you could go and buy a magazine to support us.
Mm-hmm.
As well. Once we get that up, hopefully maybe towards the end, before the end of the year, we'll get that up and get that all sorted.
I'm crossing my fingers. It's gonna happen.
And
then also you can just donate via our site. There's a donation link as well.
Do we have a donate button? Is there a donate button now?
It's there.
Oh yeah, right there. If you had a donate
so
button, there you go. You can donate to SHIRO Media Group.
One-time donation if you want. You don't have to do it through Patreon if that's not your thing.
Just let us know what your name is and say, hey, we donated, and you want the insider stuff, and we can do that for you.
Right.
So we'll get sorted. And yeah, if you can't find financial support, you can always like, share, subscribe. I'm trying to get this in the window here. It's not getting on the window. Why you're not getting on the window? Hold on, give me a sec. It's not letting me get in the damn chat. Hold on, oh my gosh. This is actually very frustrating. No, get in the chat when there we go. You can, or just freeze. Never mind. I guess it doesn't want to. If you want, you go to YouTube channel and support us, or Twitter. For some reason, it does not want our YouTube to appear, and I don't know why it will not let me do that. So, I'm just gonna do one of these. Yeah, sorry about that, fan. Oh,
you broke it.
The window is actually frozen for me. I cannot actually touch the window. It is frozen.
All right.
There we go. But yeah, anyways, that's about it for us guys. Gonna be a stream afterwards. Subscribe. There we go. Sorry about that. But yeah, there's gonna be a SHIRO stream afterwards. We're gonna play some Snatcher, so enjoy that. And I think that's it from us.
That's it for me.
All right. So remember, guys, you must play SEGA Saturn.
See ya.
You'll tell your computer uses OCR on the fly.
OCR, I don't know what that means.
Where they scan the text and translate it for you.
I don't think we have that power. Okay. I said, play the game, damn you. Did not play the game. It just like did this weird thing where it just ignored it. There we go. Snatcher. Okay. It's because I had the start button, I think. But yeah. Second. That's gonna take somebody. Welcome to the gameplay portion of the stream. You're playing a Snatcher on the Sega CD. Sega CD, I'm stupid. We were playing it on the Saturn. In Japanese, yes. You're playing the Japanese version of it, and hopefully try to work through learning a language. Probably not good, but we'll try our best. See what we can do. Push button. New game, continue options. Message speed. Level fast. Control pad. Out of that. We'll do new game. Very aesthetic. Aesthetic sounds for the Saturn. So here we go. Get the cool intro going on.
Well, now that we have this game running, I could address the issue that I think was happening with the translation.
Sure,
when they say
that
they have issues with the mode 2 interleaving, that's how the data is laid out on the track. That's not like an audio issue. So that's something where you need like the SSP to lay out the file properly for you. I think that's what one of the things they're waiting on.
Also,
I know
like
the
how this
other
part's
issue.
in English.
Yeah.
That is not a translation.
But the other issue is there's voice acting that's missing in this version that's not in the Sega CD. So we gotta figure something out with that.
Very carefully. That is not working again. That's why I hate Streamlabs. It just randomly is like, you know what? We're not gonna have the chat work. Gonna try some hack stuff. Hopefully it does not stop the stream. If it does, please let me know, because that would be infuriating. Thank you. I'll do this. We're going to what we call a pro gamer move. We're gonna get the stats. Nope. Unwanted. Copy. Okay, then let's here. Get in chats. Now get in a chat. No, we are not. Okay. That's not appearing or something, or what? Too small? I had the chat working, and I said no. So I guess we don't have chats. Absolutely hate Streamlabs chat. It's nice, but it never works. Enabled? Yes, I want. Chat enabled. (2042). And you play Call of Duty 2042? Oh, cool. It gave me an error message. C. My favorite. Okay, then let's see this. Maybe this will not give us a C this time. Maybe an L. Chat now, please.
Perhaps a Mr. Bones.
Don't be boning. No boning in the chat. Let me say something. I just want to test to see if this actually has the chat pop up. Oh. Chat. Why God? God. I don't ask for much in this life. I just want a little chat that works. Guess I'll take the L on that. Sorry guys, thought I could get a good chat working. Guess not. Good soundtrack. I do like they're changing up quite a bit. Not the exact one-to-one for like the Genesis or the Sega CD, but it's pretty good. Music's still good though. I like it. What do you mean it's supposed to look like that? Oh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it's supposed to look like. Actually, wait, no. Is it me or the car's not appearing? Yeah, is this... This menu's not messed up for anybody, is it? Or is this just me? Like... It's messed up for anybody, is it? Or is this just me? I guess that's what the blimp looks like.
What have you done, Patrick?
I don't know if this is... like, I don't know if this is glitching or not.
What have you
Let us Snatcher live. Snatcher playthrough.
Echo, I think, coming from...
That's Anthony. You need to mute yourself, please.
Or Anthony. Okay.
I have to server mute him because I can't. Saturn. Let me see here. There's such a full playthrough. Yep, the blimp actually does look like that. It looks janky and glitchy as hell. Yeah, I'm gonna skip ahead. Well, I'm gonna skip in the video because I need to see what she needs to ask of me to get inside the thing, because I don't know. I don't even know if we're gonna get to that part. So. Amy. Oh wow. Pretty. Okay, here's the things. Okay, cool. So it has a little... I'll pause at that part, so in case we need to get inside, find out why. Blah, 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 Junker HQ. I'm just saying Junker HQ, whatever. Act 1, Snatch. Junker HQ. I'm just saying Junker HQ, whatever. Oh my god, Anthony, mute yourself. Snatch. You get sure muted once again. You get... Sorry, Anthony. Sorry, not really. Yeah, they did cut that out. I don't know why they cut that part out. That's kind of interesting. I guess it's in the comics technically. Like it's like there's actually a comic that came with the original. It actually has that. Okay.
Like Mr. Bones.
Yep, Mr. Bones. We're boning. All right, let's just look around. I remember this like looking around. It's like, oh hey, they're recruiting posters. Odd. When. Yeah. Oh, that's the investigating. Looking at the sign, or investigating it. This is investigate, I think.
And thus we get stuck in Junker HQ.
Now we're getting out. I believe that's talk. There we go. Yep. See? Kind of weird they don't have the subtitles on there though. Oh cool, we got chat back. Okay, cool. Neat, we have chat now. Amazing. Thank you, technology. It only took forever for you to do that. Okay, then... I believe they're just telling us this information, probably information from that. Talking about, hey, Junkers are getting fucking slaughtered.
I think that first option in the main menu was look.
Yeah,
the third
that's
option
look.
is talk.
Yeah, talk is third, I believe. Yeah, discussing.
Yeah, I don't recognize the kanji for the second and the second one. I think the fourth one is probably leave.
Heat Rangers. Thank you. I'm glad I have you here, Danthrax. Let me.
Like execute that was an execute ranger.
Oh, this is talking about Junker HQ. Junker HQ. Bunch of losers work here. They get killed, obviously, because they're stupid. And they're dumb, and they're dumb, and they're dumb. But yeah. Interesting. Another... Yeah, it's more talking about stuff. I'll ask that. Here we go. What my name is? I guess okay, Gillian, let me show you around. I believe this is actually from memory from what I played. Basically saying all my Gillian, see, like I'm here for my first day as a junker. Like, oh yeah, welcome in, Gillian. Here, go in the store and I'll show you around. Honestly, the art does kind of look better on here. I don't know if that's blasphemous to say. These are probably asking where you want to go first. I don't know what these are in Japanese, but I assume these are different locations. I'm gonna guess the chief's office first. Booyakasha! First try. I've played this game 12 times, so I might be able to get through this pretty well. Maybe. Just maybe. We shall see. I believe he's just saying, yeah, we had a bunch of junkers and they died tremendously because they get chopped up by snatchers all the time. So yeah, that's probably that's saying right now. Probably asking questions like, hey, what's that poster for? Don't touch that. That's my... He's very sensitive about that poster. I'm not going to spoil why in case you want to play it. But yeah. Around... Yeah, at this point I just need to ask him a bunch of questions. Like, yo... Honestly, this isn't really much different from playing the original and how I get through it. But I could have the pleasure of enjoying what they're actually saying, so... This one is not as much. Actually, I could probably do a translation on the phone. I forgot I have Google Translate on here. Oh, where is it? I downloaded it because I needed it. Where's it? Did I put in Google stuff? Yeah, here's Google stuff. Alright, there we go. So camera. So we get the options right there, so... No, I don't. Translate on the fly, damn you. Alright, go outside. Oh, well, that didn't help me. That. Go outside, investigate, listen. I'm guessing listen means talk about listen about Junker HQ. Junker HQ's messed up.
Yes, Travi, this is Snatcher on the SEGA Saturn.
It is the best game of all time. So you want to talk to him, he's talking about junkers, this is the rules about junkers. 4, you need to be a junker, you need to be cool as hell. 5, you need to be fly as hell. 6, you need to get all the honeys. Hey! 7, you gotta not shoot people in the face that are not junkers. I mean, not snatchers. That's an important rule. You don't want to shoot people that are not snatchers in the face. I mean, I can attest that that's a rule that you should follow. He's like, yo, Gillian, you're boring my ass. Get the hell out of here, bro. You are making me snore. Get out of here and shoot your gun and leave me alone. Go get your gun from, somebody Google his name. The guy with the hat.
Harry.
There is Harry. Go get your gun from Harry. He's the one that likes all our pretty songs. He likes to sing along and he likes to shoot his gun, but, you know, he just does not know what he means. Knows not what he means. Right. Main menu. I think this is GTFO. Oh, let's get my junker card. Julio. Or is that just showing my junker card, probably? Okay, Google Translate, here we go. Go out to. There we go. Where'd you like to go next? That's the office. I believe this is Harry's. Yeah, it is Harry's. He's not here. It's because you have to go to the gun range first. I think Harry's. No, this is the. That's the other room where it's like the office with the chairs. I know that didn't describe it. No, it's Trevi. It's just please not. That's translated. Right now, sadly, Snatcher is not. But I played this game about 12 times, so I could pretty much figure out how to get through it. Okay, I'm leaving. Next is, I think. Fuck it. Google Translate time. Yeah, office with the chairs. I'm very descriptive. Oh, that's computer room. This one is the range. I like doing the range first. I'm gonna Google it again. Look. Outside. Come on. Look, listen, train. Bottom one is the shoot. We're gonna shoot our gun. I believe it's C to arm, A to fire. Oh, it's start to shoot. I absolutely hate this firing scene. Like, this is the worst music ever. Like, this is absolutely garbage. This is like the peak of why I hate MIDI music. Okay, that wah-wah thing was pretty funny. Oh, well, RP that guy. That was bloody, though. Look at that. Holy crap. Like, their eyes pop out of their heads.
Mature.
Yeah, oh my god.
Stop shooting the civvies, Patrick.
I like seeing the design of their eyes popping out. %, junk rate. 7 citizens dead. Typical day on the job as a junker, baby. Aw, yeah.
You're gonna go to the morgue later, and well, you're gonna see Mr. Bones. So key here is to not kill anyone. Obviously.
No. I like this translation. It's good that it's perfect. Citizens are also suffering. Don't hurt thee. By saying don't shoot the citizens in the face, you dumbass. I have acquired the ability to make calm judgments. Cool. I'm glad you did. But it might be good for the first time. I'm guessing she said in the broken translation that you did okay for your first time. I'm not required to qualify to make judgments. Let's see here. What we do. Okay, translate. I go outside, look. 9 belongings. I don't think that's what that translates to. I'll get closer. 3 listen belongings. Oh, that's what I own. I'm stupid. Sorry, that's my examine inventory. I'm such an idiot. Ignore me. Machines. You have to use it though, I know, but or maybe they maybe like derive it from here. Like, do they stop doing? Yeah, the jazz music's pretty nice. Computer. Yeah, let's use computer. Like I'm reloading. Function. Tell me what the computer does. That one. Okay. Oh, just using my card. I don't need to show her that. It's saying to use that. I'm bored. Aries 2. Because 3 is the office, and then 4 is the... There we go, Harry's back. Hey, my name's Harry. I'm doing Harry things. It's a direct quote from the game. I think it's like, hey, you look familiar. I'm just gonna check the menu just to make sure that I'm pretty sure. Why do I have Huey Lewis in my thing? Miko. I don't think that's what it means. Can we not? I guess Miko. We'll Miko it. I don't know what that means, but we'll do it anyway.
It says Harry.
Oh. Forget, we'll wing it. Around. Oh yeah, the poster is different. There was supposed to be some generic girl in the other one, but now it's like Marilyn Monroe looking. Oh god. Learning Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear. So I guess I'll roughly translate it because I've seen the scene a bagillion times. It's like, it's nice to meet you, Hajime. Nice to meet you, Gillian. I am the Metal Gear Mark II. She just said that he's cool, that he's really cute. Or it's really cute. I don't know what. Yeah. Basically, all he's saying is that Metal Gear is used for communication and investigations robot. It's called your crap. What are they called? I guess your robot operator, I guess. Why am I showing him this? Stupid. Ignore my dumbness. Metal Gear, little robot. Kinda bad in this version. Why'd they make him a 3D model? Yep, there's the robot. He's doing things. Go, I want my gun. Like, hold on, I got your gun right here. I don't think he's right. Anything is wrong. It's the blaster. Blaster. I started blasting.
Blue Moon, who said that in voice chat.
I know, he's messing.
Blue Moon hopped into voice chat.
He's getting banned.
Oh, wait a second. That's Blue Moon saying it in chat.
Yeah.
You confused me. You tricked me.
There's a ban getting warmed up right now. Pitching it out. I can't remember, but this is the room, yeah, that John gets called. Oh yeah, it's the Navigator, same thing, Navigator, I'm sorry. I forgot what the Metal Gear is. It's called the Navigator. No, just asking questions. Yeah, no, yeah, John should be calling right now. You can call by Little Jean.
Yeah, he's getting attacked by... Shit, I forgot. Insectors, I believe they're called, if I remember correctly.
Gillian, get your ass in gear and go save Jean and little Jean. Gillian's gonna give it to you. Gillian's gonna give it to you. Knock. Yep, just saying this is the junker car. It's a piece of junk. It goes X amount of hours. We need to get in there and save little John and John from getting destroyed.
It's the turbo cycle.
Yep, that's it, the turbo cycle. Alright, I think that's save. Or no, guess not. Wow, the music does suck in this version. I see she yelled at me. Wow. Yeah, maybe this version did get gimped quite a bit. It's kind of those things where it's like, oh, let's make it look better, and it's like, oh, it aged like absolute garbage. You know what I mean? Like, it's like the George Lucas remaster. It's like, oh, let's remaster to make it look better, and it's like, oh, hey, technology. Oh God, what do they do to you, Gillian? Did they give you a bleached like brown haircut right there? Holy crap! What do they do to you, buddy? Oh God! Kill it with fire, dude. I think the narrator just said Alien Seed, however old he is, I think it's 24, 26, I forgot. He's on his way on his first assignment as a junker. Yeah, honestly, I'm surprised they just kept the same aspect ratio as the original game. They didn't it's just like this little window. Like, they could have expanded so much on it. But they just didn't. I think he was 34. I can't remember, to be honest. It's been a while since I played this game. So forgive me if I got the age wrong on that. Here we go. Rip. That's the motion sensor going off saying that there is somebody inside and then he needs to go and get the Snatcher. Or like, yeah. Yeah, Gillian is 15. That's actually canon. Wasn't there a way to save? Oh. Oh, right. Oh, I can't hit save. Okay, that was the save button. Let's save the RAM slot. There we go. No data, no data, no data. Let's do no data, my favorite slot. Yes. You playing. There we go. We'll continue forward to find out. Uh-oh, little John. Excellent. Oh no. Yeah. Okay. Let's investigate the navigate. Oh. Let's go back and investigate him. Or no, I think it's... I actually don't think you have to investigate him until later. I was going to investigate him now just because... Yeah, because you need to get the chip out, I believe. No, let's save. Let's go back. Let's go. Is that like navigate somewhere? I'm concerned. What does that say? Use a Metal Gear belongings. Oh, the belongings junker ID. Okay. Go move, sample. This means look. There we go. Let's look at Little John. Completely messed up. Feeling foot around, moving body. Moving body. Oh, I think that's the moving body is just the noise thing where it's like, oh, the noise, the movement sensors. But yeah, no, it's checking the moving sensors, but we're the only ones here, so we'll continue forward. Little John is dead as fuck. But yeah, continue forward. Oh boy, who's that over there? Oh wait, no, I went back. There we go. That triggered it. My bad. Oh, baby, that's a lot. Not good. There, actually, I did look in the settings. They're in English, so there should be a way to do it, but there wasn't any options there. Let's move. We'll investigate the body. Investigate the body. Or maybe you have to get like the stomach sample from it and stuff. You have to investigate it. And then, no, I don't need to give him my junker card. Oh, I guess we're not investigating, okay. Yeah, the music in this game is not good. Yeah, I'm trying to investigate John's body here. Bell. I don't think that's what that means. Investigate. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. That was the settings to get to the body investigation. See, Blue Moon, I got a Junker HQ. You know what? Despite you, I'm completing Act 1. That'll be as far as I'll get, just so I can spite you. Body. Watch, I just mess it up and jinx completely. Oh, yeah, this is investing in his stomach, I believe. Or is it the hair? I can't remember. Go. Can you do it again? Yeah, okay, this is the hair sample. Last one was the stomach. It's the hair they ripped from the Snatcher, I believe. Probably be more enjoyable if, like, you can understand it, but probably not. Just saying, like, oh yeah, the hair belongs to these two Smash people. That's this hair. It's like synthetic hair from Snatcher or whatever. One of these off bother my eyes. Go. But yeah, I have to get the card out of his thing for the. I have to check his pockets for the. Yeah, I need to get the. Alright, what are we getting this time? I remember a third one. I forgot. I know it's the buffalo. I know it's the hair. Oh, I think it's the skin cells, because like he has the hair, and he grabbed the skin cells and he's analyzing the skin. Or maybe this is the stomach meat. I don't remember. It's been a little bit. Remember, we have to get the thing out of the card out of his pocket as well. Yeah, we got the key out of his pocket for the drawer. Do it again. We have the notes to search the computer, or is it search the house? No, search the house is what it says. Well, I don't think the body needs my card. Okay, we're missing something. We have to go back on John. Forgot something though. Let's see. Hey, we got the key. Oh, did we not grab the key? Oh, we didn't. Yeah, you're right. I didn't grab it. Using the chunker ID. Am I not grabbing the key? Yes, I guess he's talking about. Okay, that might have been good enough. I think that might have been good enough to leave now, and then it'll do the thing afterwards. Let's try it. Hey, how's it going, Lacquerware? Just playing some Snatcher. Okay, still not. So remember, you have to trigger it until you search the body, and then they cross along there. Around. There we go. The first one's Jean again. I'm trying to see, what did we miss? So, got the look. Oh, that's move again. My bad. Go back. Yeah, it's kind of the background. The music kind of sucks in this version. Look. Okay. That. Yeah, the Saturn sound in this one's kind of garbage. Unfortunately. The notes. I believe that's. Oh no, I think I hit. Yeah, that. No, that's what's in front of me. That's a note. Doot. Key. In my inventory now, so those are both in there. I'm trying to see what I'm missing. What am I missing? Oh, that's a save. Oh no. Discussion of it? Where are these ones? Oh, that's just save. One. Ride that. Thing. Goes back. I'm going back again. I think I actually have to go on Little John and get his information. Yeah, I think I should, because I have to grab the memory chip out of John, I think. I remember the other game you had to as well. This is before the bomb was laid, because you have to go up there. You have to get the chip out. You have to... Okay, so this might be getting the chip out. So once it's out and I go back to the room, or not. Try it again. Okay, there we go. That's why it wasn't. I didn't grab the memory chip. I wasn't sure in this version if you still did that or not. Here we go. He's gonna accept the memory chip. That's why it wasn't working. Okay. Let me try... This should be... Yeah, okay, there we go. Now it triggers the two junkers walking across the arena. There we go. Gonna move forward to see where that is. We'll investigate a little bit, because I think they want us to investigate a little bit. Yeah, Snatcher's what I meant, sorry. Sneeze. And yeah, now this should... When I move back... I must keep investigating a little bit. Yeah, move back, and there should be the bomb in Little John. Then he's saying to save, because you're stupid. Oh wait, that went forward again. Alright, I'll friggin' save Metal Gear. God damn. Oh no, that's weird. Alright, I'll save. No, it's not the menu for saving. Wait, no, let's be save, right? Not save. There it is, okay. One, yes, I want to override it. Playing. Back. I think it's saying that if you hear something, turn up the volume on your TV. You'll hear it. This thing was going to try to make your TV really loud. And you investigate Little John. And it should be like, oh, there's a bomb on him, what the hell? Yeah, this one should... There we go. It's a bomb! Yes, I saved already. Leave me alone. God damn. What? Okay. That's the part where I had to fight little junkers. I'm really good at this game. I wonder if it's like incompatible. I didn't try. I know it is on the SEGA CD with the Justifier, but I had not tried it with the Snatcher fire. The other one. Good point. I'll raise it the volume. I'm saying I'm really good when I get shot by one of them. GTFO. GTFO. Baba Booey.
So Sega Retro says that's compatible with the Justifier, which would be the Sega CD version, but it doesn't say anything about the Stunner light gun. And looking at the back of the box of the Japanese Saturn release here, I don't see anything about the light gun. So,
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not sure that it is compatible with it.
That is a bit of a bummer. Why do they do that?
Yeah, kind of surprising.
Gonna be sad as hell. John's dead. I can't believe he's dead. His head got ripped completely off his body. Like, yeah, that kind of sucks. But you know what? He doesn't matter. He's there for 5 seconds. Not a character that matters. Now we get to be weird with his daughter. So. Damn, it's not your fault, Gilly, and you suck, and you let him die. Not your fault. You know what happens to the best of us, you know? Just look around, bodies, all over the place, dead. Yeah, I think only Snots. Wow, I never heard it called Snots before, but... Alright, I guess we're doing that. Yeah, that's my favorite game. We're gonna get some Snots on. Dig deep for some Snots, if you know what I'm saying. Gotta dig right in there. Alrighty.
Let's check Snots.
Wait, hold on. Suda51 did SD Snatcher?
Yeah, Sega Retro's...
Is that actually a thing?
Mention the Virtua Gun and the Shuttle Mouse for Police Nuts.
Yeah, no, it does support. I know it supports both. I used both of them before. I didn't know it didn't. Oh, the radio drama. Oh, dang. Well, I need to watch that. I heard that was sick. But yeah, I think that's about it today, guys. I unfortunately have to go do things today. I can't play more Snatcher, but we got pretty far, and you know, I showed Blue Moon what for. I got past. Yeah, there's an SD Snatcher. It's on the MSX only though. It's actually translated too by, I think Christina Urbina, the person who does the 240p test suite, does it. Something Urbina. But anyways, yeah, well, I'm not sure if I'll continue playing it next week. We'll see what's going on, but I enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it too. I showed Blue Moon what for. I got further than I got to the end of Act 1, so in your face.
Next week you should play Mr. Bones on your Mister.
Anyways, guys, have a good day, and remember, you must play SEGA Saturn.
SHIRO.